What's going on, y'all? Welcome to test 2, the second test of the Mission Ready Men podcast. We're going to be going live. We're going to be going full out starting on Thursday. Today is election day, obviously. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to be testing some things, and it looks like something just failed. So you're probably only seeing this on YouTube. That's fine. We'll get that worked out. But yeah, today's election day, and the day is pretty much over at this point for a lot of people. Central time, it is 4:15. Polls are going to be closing in a few hours. So if you have been lackadaisical and not voted, what are you waiting for? A gold-plated invitation? I mean, if you are sitting out, then you clearly hate this country as much as the leftists who are actively trying to destroy it. That's my only conclusion. And if you didn't vote early and you're not in line right now and you didn't vote today, that's the only conclusion I can come to. If there's another explanation, please, I'd love to hear it. And I'm not talking about people who, for whatever reason, didn't vote early and something happened and you personally had to deal with something, and that happens, which is why you should have voted early. But I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people who just woke up today and decided, you know what? It's not that important. Those people need a swift kick in the butt, period. And this is it. This is it for you. So if you haven't voted and there's still time for you to vote, you need to go vote. I mean, there is still time. I mean, I said the day's half over. It is that, but there's still time. And maybe you missed some lines and maybe you'll be able to sneak in. I doubt it, but either way, get out there and vote. And this is especially true for men. And it's something that I haven't really emphasized enough, I don't think, but men need to step up. Men need to step up because here's the thing. Men, generally speaking, don't let emotions cloud their judgment. And I'm not saying that's true all the time, obviously. But generally speaking, men analyze the situation. And I'm not talking about the beta males on the left, obviously, because those guys are full of emotion. They're low T. I've talked about this before. The low T betas on the left, of course, they let emotion rule the day, like the women who rule their households. But anyway, now is the time for men to step up and pull this country back from the brink. Because Elon said it the other day, and I've been saying it, and it's true. If the outcome isn't correct come tonight or early tomorrow morning, if the outcome is not correct, we may not get another chance to vote ourselves out of the mess that we're about to put ourselves in, that we're already in, really. And only it will only get deeper if the outcome today is not the correct one. What's the correct one? Well, if you're watching this channel, you know what the correct one is. The correct one is Donald J. Trump. Donald Trump needs to win. We need to take back the Senate and hold the House. Because otherwise, if for some reason J.D. Vance or whoever ends up succeeding, taking the nomination in 2028, if somehow they don't win, we are going to be right back here with another leftist opening up our borders, driving up inflation, driving up energy costs, getting us into more wars. We're going to be right back here. So we need to make sure that House and the Senate go to Republicans. Donald Trump gets in the Oval Office. And that way we can be reasonably sure that legislatively things will get done, so that we don't have to worry about executive orders being reversed on the first day of a leftist presidency. The choice is obvious. The choice is clear. And if it's not clear to you, I don't know what to tell you. But there is some reason to be, obviously there's reason to be hopeful, because God is in control. And so there's that. But just on the normal day-to-day, what we're looking at today in terms of voting returns, the early voting returns have been good. And what we're seeing today looks good. I'm looking at Citizen Free Press, and they're saying that Pima County, which I believe is in Arizona, we're ahead. We're ahead of, that was my text. Oh yeah, that was my mother. Hi, Mom. Anyway, yeah, Pima County is up by, Republicans are up by 6,000 votes, according to Turning Point Action. And from what I'm told, from what I'm seeing, these numbers are looking good. But we can't get complacent. We can't get what they're trying to do. What they tried to do leading up to this is make it so that Republicans will either think, A, they're going to cheat, and we're not going to, the left is going to cheat, and so it's not worth getting out to vote, or Donald Trump is so far ahead that it again is not worth getting out to vote. We can't listen to any of that. And I know we're deep into election day now, but if you are seeing this and haven't gotten out to vote for any of those reasons or other ones, get off your butt and go vote. It's that simple. Andrea Mitchell blaming sexism for Kamala losing. So Andrea Mitchell thinks Kamala's going to lose. She says there are a lot of men, black and white, who simply don't trust a woman to be chief executive or commander in chief. Well, that may be true to a certain extent, but the fact is, it has nothing to do with the fact that she's a woman. It has to do with the fact that she's a communist. It has to do with the fact that she hasn't articulated any vision for what she wants to do. And the things that she has articulated have been stolen from Trump. So, and we know she doesn't really believe that. She is just trying to get elected. So ridiculous. What else we got going on here? Citizen Free Press, if you're not not aware of that site, check it out. citizenfreepress.com. It is what the Drudge Report used to be. And so it's definitely a good source for getting your news. I'm just browsing Twitter right now, and this is a test of everything that we got going on. And I jumped the gun and didn't put anything in in the software to pull up for you guys. So I apologize for that. This is basically just me testing out the software and how it works. And there have been a few glitches, so we're going to have to get that worked out. And there'll probably be another test tomorrow after we get a lot of that worked out. But Charlie Kirk's reporting on Twitter X that a lot of Kamala voters are casting their ballots for her just because she's a woman and because they want to kill their babies. You know my position on all of this. Abortion is murder, killing babies. And if that's what you're basing your vote on, then you need to do some serious soul searching. You need to do some serious praying, because I've been seeing a lot of people, a lot of so-called Christians on X, Twitter, saying that it's okay to be a Christian and vote for Harris Walls. You can be, and this is them talking, you can be a Christian and vote for Kamala Harris. I got into it with a pastor, a so-called pastor on X yesterday, where, well, not the pastor himself, one of his followers, where he said that he was a pastor voting for Kamala Harris. And I said, I don't know what you're pastoring, but it's not a church. You simply cannot be a Christian and vote for Kamala Harris. And I'll tell you why. As we just mentioned, she's for killing babies with no limits. Trump is for 6 weeks or 15 weeks or whatever it is. I wish he had a strict stance on abortion, but he doesn't. But that's better than, marginally, better than Harris, who is okay with killing babies up until the 9th month, just before they're about to exit the birth canal. And her running mate, Tampon Tim, he signed a bill in Wisconsin as governor with no limits on abortion whatsoever. So that tells us that they're okay with killing babies. And we all know the whole story with Ralph Northam and how after the baby's born, they'll keep it comfortable and then decide what to do. The left will say that that's not happening, but we know that it is. We know that it's happening in Colorado. We know that it's allowed to happen in Wisconsin. That alone should disqualify or should prevent any Christian from voting for any Democrat, because they're all like that. They're all for that. Unbelievable. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. It is quite believable coming from these Democrats. Anyway, folks, I think that's going to do it for this test. And I may do another test later on today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I know this video might not have been your cup of tea, whatever. I get it. It's just a test. I won't be offended if you don't like this one. But in general, like, subscribe, share the videos, and make sure that we spread the word. I am going to be on with SHR Media this evening doing election coverage, and we'll probably be on until either we all pass out or the race is called, either way. But tune into SHR Media, shrmedia.com, SHR Media on Facebook, Twitter, I think even on Instagram, but definitely Facebook and Twitter and the website, and check out our election coverage coming up this evening at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. All right. So Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I will catch you all on the next one. Have a blessed day.